Hello, good morning students. Here we are again to learn it about biology class. In this biology, we are going to studying about the environmental science. So in this environmental science, one more topic today we are going to discuss, that is about fossil fuel is not forever. So first, what is fossil fuel? Okay. So this word fossil already you may heard a number of times. Fuel is nothing but the energy which is used for a different purposes, for cooking purpose, for burning purpose, for heating purpose, like this only. Okay. But what is fossil? Fossil means nothing that may be collected from dead bodies of plants and animals. Several years ago, the living bodies, that plants or animals, they may get buried inside the layers of a soil due to earthquake or natural calamities. So what happened? When they are buried in a number of layers inside the soil, as they are living bodies, a number of life process is going on among their bodies. But due to less amount of oxygen, these all may be get buried only and get burned only inside the soil. So what are the carbon dioxide is released during respiration from their bodies, there is no chance to escape this carbon dioxide out of the nature or out from these soils only. So what happened? In between these plants and animals, a number of chemical reactions are taken place inside the layers of a soil, and these all chemical gases or chemical reactions what are taken place in between these all gases converted a huge energy producing product. These energy producing products nothing but fossils only. The examples of fossils are coal, petroleum, diesel, natural gases. So these are the examples of these fossil fuels. So these are the product, they are called as a fossil fuels, is help them to produce energy in a huge quantities. So this is the one of the best product or best energy producing material. In this modern world, a number of people are going to utilize this all product. But one are the defect we find out in this fossil fuel. What is the defect? If once you utilize this product, their life may be completed forever. Then there is nothing, there is no another chance is present to get again and again. So as once we utilize, once you consume it, the life may be ended. Sake of this, these all products otherwise called non-renewable resources. Non-renewable, renew means means again and again, able to produce again and again, but these products are not able to produce again and again. So sake of that, these fossil fuels otherwise called non-renewable resources. Like if you take the air is how much? Thousands of years onwards, all living organisms are consuming air for their respiration. But every time, every person, they may get the sufficient amount of air. So air, sunlight, water, these all are renewable, producing again and again. But these products are not able to produce again and again. Once they formed, they are created in the nature, and we collect this all material for our benefits, for our personal uses only. But what happened? Once we utilize this one, the life of this product may be ended on that time only. Sake of that, we call them as these fossil fuels are non-renewable resources. When man introduced these fossil fuels and they can know it, what are the uses, how these fossil fuels are helpful in our day-to-day life. So they begin to use these fossil fuel in their day-to-day life. But as I said, Number of times I am going to say no, man is so eager. The eager of this satisfaction is not going to end in any limit. There is no limit to using this. So what he did it? The man is going to use these all fossil fuels indiscriminately. Indiscriminate means there is no limits. Beyond the limit, he is going to consume this all product. So as a result, nowadays, now we are in the point of or in the edge, we are stand there, we don't have a proper amount of fossil fuels are remain in the nature. And if you want to prepare again these fossil fuels in the nature, it's take a several years of time. This may happen in the nature naturally, but man is not able to produce in this huge quantity of fossil fuels again and again. So now it's a time to wake up and we can understand the importance of these fossil fuels, and at least nowadays, at least now in this moment, we may consume in a limited way to these fossil fuels. So for our future generating people, they do have chance to utilize these all fossil fuels. We are following one motto, no, live and let live. Means now in present you are living in a so comfort zone, but coming generation people also have a right to live with a all comforts only. So for their comfortness, now it's every citizen's chance or every citizen's right or every citizen's responsibility to consume these fossil fuels in a limited manner only. So how you may minimize the using of these fossil fuels? As we know, number of fossil fuels are there. Every fossil fuel have their own importance in a particular manner. So let's have a look how these fossil fuels are utilizing in our day-to-day life. So before know the uses of these fossil fuels, first you have to take one simple activity. You visit few of the houses nearby your house, and in every house you just find out what are the types of resources they are using for cooking purpose, for any other energy purpose. Okay, now we know it. A number of types of stoves are there. Chulha. Chulha means nothing but in number of villages and in number of towns also, in number of people, they make that with mud one stove is going to prepare. Okay, that muddy stove we call them as a chulha. What we call them? Chulha. Okay, either they are using chulha or they are using that stoves, or they are using any other burner for a cooking purpose or for any other heating purpose or any purpose. So first you find out what are the resources is available in their houses. Then you go to the fossil fuels which is available in our surroundings. So these are the list of a number of fossil fuels like kerosene is there, coal is there, petroleum and diesel is there, electrical stoves are now is available, then LPG is there, liquid petroleum gases is available, and a number of people are using, still now they are using the wood. So if you take the kerosene, okay, the kerosene have a multi-purpose uses, like kerosene is using for burning of lamp, lamps it is using, and it used to clean the automobiles, So like this the kerosene may be useful in number of purpose, and still now in number of houses kerosene is using for their cooking purpose also. Okay, so like that multi-purpose uses you find out by the kerosene only. At the same time, if you take the coal, coal is mostly useful in production of electricity, so coal is useful in number of industries for production of electricity. That is the main purpose. Okay, the production of electricity, and some industries also they are using coal for different purpose, for heating purpose or burning purpose, like that only. In the same way, if you take to the petrol and diesel, These are mainly useful for transport. Number of vehicles may run with the help of a petrol and diesels only. And if you use the electricity, now as we are living as a modern life, a number of electrical instruments are available in our house, like cooking ovens are there, toaster is there, geyser is there to warm up the water, okay. Like that, a number of electrical instruments nowadays we are using for cooking purpose, for heating purpose, for boiling purpose, or for burning purpose. In number of purpose we are using this electricities only. At the same time, LPG, the liquid petroleum gas. So in a towns, every one house have a cylinders, LPG gas cylinders. The industries are the companies may be different, that HP gas is there, Indian gas is there, or Bharat gas is there, means industries, the company name is different, but in all cylinders they are going to utilize one cooking gas that we call them methane only. So that LPG cylinders are mainly useful for cooking purpose, water heating purpose, or any another purpose we are going to use this LPGs. Same way, wood. Wood means the firewoods which are useful mostly now also in number of villages they are using this wood for cooking purpose and heating purpose, okay, or something has to be burned. For burning purpose, this wood also is going to use only. So, as in our day-to-day life, we are consuming different fossil fuels in a different purpose. But as I said, no, if you utilize these all fossil fuels in a judicious manner, then there is a chance future generating people also have a right, have a chance to consume these all fossil fuels. So let's have a look how we are going to minimize this all fossil fuels in our day-to-day life. If you follow a simple steps, if you minimize the using of this fossil fuels, if you save some of the percentage in our day-to-day life, then there is a chance we are going to save this fossil fuels for few more millions of years only. What are the methods and what are the ways to save this all energies? If you take the LPG gas in your home, okay, so the first method is we should not lit the gas before preparation of the cooking. So if you once you want to prepare your food, what are the items? So once what should you do? You may prepare everything earlier. Once its complete preparation is completed, then only you lit the stove. So it save the time and it save the gas also. Someone is doing, no, they start the gas stoves and then they are going to start cutting of vegetables, cutting of onions, then they are going to, sometime they are going to wash the rices, dals, everything only. Means such type of process one should not be followed. So first you have to prepare everything, then only you start the stove only. So preparation is very important. Prepare the all cooking materials and then one should be start the stove. This is first method. Okay, second one is use of pressure cookers. Pressure cookers. So if you use these pressure cookers, there is a chance to save a huge amount of LPG gas or gas only, or energy is going to save. So in a pressure cooker, if you use you are going to prepare the mutton or if you are going to prepare the dal, if you use pressure cookers, it going to save the time at cooking process is going to move on so fastly. At the same time we are going to save the gas also, or energy also going to save it. Okay, so this is one more method. Then using of water. Someone when they are start boiling some materials, like they are want to boil the eggs, if they want to prepare something material which where we are going to use the water, someone is going to more water, the vessels are filled with more water. So to boil this huge amount of water, it takes much of time. So instead of taking more and a huge amount of water, if you use less quantity of water, so the small amount of water boil fast and the cooking also tasty also, and it also save the energy also. Okay. Then whenever we are preparing our cooking or any food items, always we should use the lids. In this way, a huge amount of energy we are going to save only. And one more thing is, before preparing the food items, once you soak the material, like if you want to prepare the rice, if you want to prepare the dal, few hours earlier if you soak this all material in water, so this soaked material may be cooked fast. In this way also we are going to save our energy. So soaking of food material, is also helpful to save the energy. So like that, while cooking in your home, if you follow some of the methods, so there is a chance a huge amount of gas we are going to save, or a huge amount of energy we are going to save. This is one of the method in our day-to-day life. There is a chance to save the energy. Out of this all, for a human society, one of the best method to consume or to minimize this all fossil fuels in our day-to-day life, for that one of the best method, one of the substitute method is using of solar energy. Using of solar energy. Solar energy is a renewable and evergreen energy also, because continually it may be supplied to every human being with a no cost. No one has to buy this solar energy. So every categories in the society, they have a chance to use this solar energy. So nowadays a number of instruments may be developed, introduced into the society, like solar cookers are available, solar lamps are available, solar water heaters are available. A number of instruments are introduced into the society. This one also comes in a low cost only. So using of this solar energy, one of the best method to consume or to minimize the all fossil fuels, and there is a chance to save the energy for a future generation. So we are discussing about what are the methods to save the energy. Among them, few more method is there. Remove or whenever you collect the food product from refrigerator, immediately the product should not put onto the stove, because in refrigerator all food materials are get cooled only, chilled only. So they are living in a very less temperature. To get heat again, it take lot of time. So it is better whenever you remove or whenever the milk or any product we collect from refrigerator, once this product may be put onto the outside for to make them, it's come to the room temperature. Once the product comes near to the room temperature, then only we put onto the stove. So this is one of the method to save the energy. So like that, immediate bring out from the refrigerator, one should not put onto the stove. It's also consume the more and more amount of energy is required to boil again. So once make it to room temperature, then only we put onto the stove. So in this way also we are going to save some of the energy. And the stoves what are we are using in our houses, always we have to use the small burners. Small burners also help them to consume or to minimize the using of energy. If the big burners we are using and our vessels are so small only, so there is a chance to waste the huge amount of energy. So one should use small burner stoves to save the energy. Clear now? So as I said, in the nature, these all fossil fuels are in a so limited amount only. If you consume in a indiscriminate or we are not going to consume judicial manner, so there is a loss for a next generation. Some studies is given, the oil production or oil reserves, they are remaining only 45%. Okay, and gases is reserved only 72%. If you take to the coal reserves are available only 252%. Means by this percentage we can find out the how much fossil fuels are remain onto the earth only. So very less amount of fossil fuels are remain in the earth. So it is necessary to consume in a very judicial manner. Dear students, as I am saying, for these cylinders we well known, in this cylinder also fossil fuels only filled it, and these cylinders we are using for cooking purpose, heating purpose, boiling purpose, we are using this one. Let me see here, the small one which is made by mud only, this is nothing but chulha only. So in number of villages and still in towns also, in number of houses they are using this chulha for production of cooking purpose, or someone is using this chulhas to make the room heat in a winter season, to make the room heat, these chulhas are using. In this chulhas they are using some wooden parts, burn it and they are making as a room heater also. So as I said, once activity how to do it, once you go visit some of the houses near your house or your family friends or your relatives house, you visit and find out what are the fossil fuels, which type of fossil fuels they are using. First you find out in that family how many members are living, either they are using these fossil fuels, yes or no, and for what purpose they are using, per day, per month, or is they are using or not, or they are using in a proper manner or not. So first one is electricity. As I said, electricity is they are using for number of purpose in our houses. Nowadays in mainly you find out in towns, okay, cities, electricity is used in the form of geyser, in the form of ovens, in the form of iron boxes, in the form of toaster. Now the electrical stoves also available for cooking purpose. So electricity is using for cooking purpose, burning purpose and heating purpose. So how many family members are there and how much electricity they are using for which purpose, that you find out. Kerosene using as a cleaner, cleaning of the automobiles. Kerosene used for cooking purpose also, and some industries they are using for the energy producing product, like that. Coal burning purpose, producing electricity, like that. LPG, just now I shown you the cylinders for mainly cooking purpose. Petrol and diesel, they are useful mainly for transport and for some industries also. And others, in sense of others means wooden only, cooking, firewoods only. They are using for cooking, burning and heating purpose. So like that you make one collect data and find out how much they are using and how judicious manner they are using. Either they are wasting or they are using saving the energies. So here this one is a solar cooker. To using of these cookers, within a short time we are going to prepare the multiple food items. At a time we are prepare the everything without any consumption of fossil fuels. Solar energy is stored in the panel all the time and that energy is used for cooking purpose. So at a time here 2 dishes are there, 4 dish also we are going to prepare without consumption of any fossil fuels. With a low cost our cooking process may be get completed. one of the best method to save the energies. So here I said there is a finite means there is a limited amount of fossil fuels are available on the earth. In a few, in terms means, in terms if you find out separate fossil fuels, oil reserves for 45 years means 45 years we are going to use, gas reserves for 72 years and coal reserve for 252 years only. After that the limiting or the limited product is going to end, or we call them as a no fossil fuels are available after these years. So it is our responsibility to minimize the using of these fossil fuels only. Students, based on today's topic, I am going to ask you some questions. What are the basic source of energy for all our activities? Give examples of fossil fuels. Here, match the following about resources: oil, coal and gas. In opposite that, 252 years, 45 years, 72 years. So, which resources limited for how many years? You should match it. Define fossil fuels. You should write down the definition of fossil fuels. Give any two suggestions to reduce the consumption of household gas. So, up to now we learn it. What are the methods or what are the way, in which way we are going to save our energy. One more way is there to save the energy. In your family, you have some family members. So, while you are taking the breakfast or lunch or dinner, if all family members together sit in one time and you consume it, you have to take the breakfast or you have to take the lunch or dinner. If all family members sit together and take your all food items, so there is also a chance to save the energy. Because here what happened, if the 4 family members are there, all the members may come one after another by taking some interval times. So there is a need to heat, to means warm up the all food items again and again. We have to heat the food items again and again. So by heating again and again these food items, there is a loss of energy only. So it is better all family members sit together and take a either breakfast, lunch or dinner. That is one of the best also. By eating such habits, if you develop such habits, not only we are going to save the energy, in this way the bonding between the family members also get increase only. So you should try to save the all energies, and minimum steps if you take forward, so there is a chance to save the energy. And for future also, future members, you as a kid, if you come to your time, you to enjoy the life, you to live with a comfort life only by using these all fossil fuels. Thank you.